There isn't much going on in the NBA right now. There's like 20 games left in the season, and I think a lot of teams are just getting ready for the postseason or waiting for the season to end. On the other hand, though, we have some players who are injured right now that are getting ready to return, including Draymond and Damian Lillard. Draymond invited Dame to his podcast. The Draymond Green Show is a really good listen, though, if podcasts are your thing. There's this one section that got me cracking up, though, because players usually aren't like super blunt whenever being interviewed. Like, they try to be professional and all, but when players are interviewing other players, moments like these happen way more often. I'll let you listen to the clip first, but right now they're mostly just talking about Portland being a small market and how Damian Lillard never got to play with more than one All-Star in his career. Take a listen.
Me and LaMarcus he was an All-Star my rookie year. And then my second and third year, we were All-Stars together, my second and third year. After that, I've not played with an All-Star.
Do you think some of that has to do with where you play and getting guys to come to Portland?
I think part of it is that, but I mean, bro, people going to Oklahoma City, bro. Like, no offense, but like people going to Oklahoma City and people going to Milwaukee.
I had the exact same reaction as Draymond did to Damian Lillard's statement. I mean, people do be going to Oklahoma City. I love Dame's reaction, like, he just can't fathom the fact that people are signing with Oklahoma City instead of Portland. The frustration he just lets out is utterly fantastic. God, this is my new favorite phrase. People be going to OKC, that's fantastic. Now we know Dame is never going to OKC. First he forces OKC into a rebuild with what is in my opinion his greatest shot, and now he's clowning other players for going to OKC.
You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
Like,
Portland is a better city than both.
People are going places, and Portland ain't what people think it is. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been living here this long. You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
That is a good point, though. Why is OKC getting like more players than Portland? Never been to Portland, but I can't imagine that it's substantially worse than Oklahoma City. Not that Oklahoma City is like a dumpster fire, but other than that, like one time the sky was red in Oregon, I think Portland should be just fine. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm not trying to paint Dame or Dre in a certain light. I love both these players, and I'll leave a link to the pod in the description as long as I'm not lazy, with the exact timestamps for you to look on your own, get your own opinion on whatever they're talking about. Okay, next we have this story from Draymond where he talks about how Harrison Barnes kind of resented Draymond after KD signed. Take a listen.
It just is what it is. If you were still here, I didn't tell them to trade you, but he took it very personally because of the story that came out that I cried to KD in the car or whatever.
Right.
He took it very personally at me. And so, for instance, this dude invite Steph and them to this wedding, Steph, Clay, everybody at this wedding except me. Like, bruh. Bruh.
I've only seen Dame laugh like this one other time when CJ and Dame were both on IG Live, and CJ read a comment saying,
"They said my pubes look like Jamal Murray."
Hey. Hey, this is why you can't. This is why you can't have CJ on live, because you go
Bro,
address them type of you can't address them type of comments, bro.
Just read the comments, bro. They said it looked like KD's head.
Bro, what?
But it was the comments, bro. They ain't me. Shout out to my guys, Jamal and KD.
You ain't get invited to the wedding, bro?
All these dudes was at the same meeting that I was at with KD. They was all there too. You know what I'm saying? However, I didn't take it personally because it is what it is. Like, I wasn't invited to your wedding. Now it is what it is. I thought it was funny.
Anyway, Draymond's story was very interesting. And yeah, Draymond did not cry to KD about going to the Warriors after losing in 2016. I think. Love you, Draymond. Subscribe or Damian Lillard will diss your city. This video is a wrap.